Just how unsettling were those 4 minutes without Braden?
Well, I thought we played well. And, when we didn't have him in there, obviously they made a little bit of run there, but, there wasn't things that were self-inflicted. And, it's probably good for our team, to be able to play. I don't like to play without him, obviously, because he's a good player. He really sets up our other guys. But, I thought we hung in there, having a game like that and being able to pull it out when you're not making your free throws or, everything's not clicking when you're having a high volume of threes, and just being able to get stops and, and kind of grind that victory out. When you play, Michigan State, like, they out-rebound us. Is it the second game this year we've been out-rebounded? I just said that. I thought it was. I thought we got out-rebounded at Rutgers. No, we got out-rebounded at Rutgers. I didn't think we got out-rebounded.
I think Gonzaga was even.
What's that?
Gonzaga was
like
even.
36.
So I thought, they got to understand, we need more people helping us out. They just had 3 or 4 possessions where it was those multiple offensive rebounds. But, like, to kind of reward them, like, you got to get those rebounds to reward yourself. But we were getting stops. I thought we defended their guys pretty well. I thought we had some really good challenges on some of their pull-ups and their threes. We made them tougher. And I thought that was a good sign for our team.
You talked about it in there, but what worked on Walker in particular? We made a couple tough shots, but I feel like you just never found a rhythm.
Yeah, just that was the thing at the Michigan State when they played at our place is just trying to make it hard on him. We know he's a tough shot maker, and if he makes tough ones, so be it. Just trying to stay with him, whether that was Lance Jones or Braden Smith or Cam Heide and Miles Colvin come in and they give us some athleticism, some length. So it was just a lot of different guys, just not letting him get one of those rhythms. He had 30 against us last year, I think in the first game that we played, and it was just one of those things where you go back and watch tape, you were doing good things, but we allowed him to get his head up, right? This is one of those players that is so tough, but I just thought our guys did a good job of sticking with him and staying into it.
When Braden comes back and says he's fine, is he one of those players you believe? Because he's going to say that, right? Or do you have to see it?
It made it better for me when he said it was his calf and not like a knee or an ankle. Like, even though some of those calf strains can be pretty painful, and I think that's where we get it right now, is just asking the doctors and asking the trainers, because he's one of those guys that's going to say he can play. Can we do more damage to it? If that answer is yes, then he probably doesn't need to play. If that answer is no, then he'll definitely play there. So you can tell he wasn't as aggressive. Like, he didn't push the ball in transition. It'll be interesting to talk to him to see if those two travels that they called on him had anything to do with it. I think the one travel had something to do with us getting that call when we were in the arc. At least they reacted when it went up on the board. I didn't see the board, so.
He kind of got bumped on the second.
But
What's that?
You talked all year about the depth of this team, and
Right.
it felt like this game was one where you needed 10 guys deep to pull this one out.
No question. I thought Cam did some good things. Miles did some good things. Obviously, Mason's like a starter for us. So, just getting those guys in there and getting a feel for things because they haven't been through it. But, yeah, our depth definitely helped us.
Is there a way to quantify the way this team has responded to tough moments? There's a chaotic possession where Lance gets the end one, and then the final when you're tied up and Lawyer gets the open three.
Right. Yeah, just, timely shooting, and we put a lot of time into, playing through the post. We do a lot of shooting drills playing through the post, and, you got to be, going at game speed and being ready, and then you get in the game. You actually hurt us if you don't take it. You just can't take tough ones, because if they're up on you like that, like, you should throw the ball back in, right? You got to get that repost unless the clock's really low.
Matt, is it maybe a unheralded skill of Zach's that he doesn't get in foul trouble quite so much? Or there was a really quick whistle. It seemed like today a lot of fouls called. He wasn't one that was.
Yeah, for him, it's, and they can't call everything that goes against him. And I think that's how he gets away with it. Because when you see some fouls out of the game, you're like, hey man, he fouled twice and they didn't call it, but he got fouled 12 times and they didn't call it. And so when you go, the problem is from an officiating standpoint in the rules, when you go by the letter of the law and you talk about, hey, you can use a bent elbow, you can use your forearm, and then you got guys using their knee and two hands, you're just looking like you're fouling. Just like, don't put your knee up against him, don't put two hands up against him. But when he's barreling down Main Street, like, it's easier said than done, right? Like when he does that. But just whether you get those calls or don't get those calls, just keep playing. Like, keep playing, and then when they double you or they come from funky spots, we got to be where we're supposed to be so we can knock those shots down.
Now, this probably gets overlooked in the grand scheme of things, but the last inbounds to get Gillis the ball to the free throw line, How big was that just to get the ball to the right guy in that situation with
Right.
a double out of bounds?
Yeah,
pass?
we ran 3 different things there. We've been really working on, late game press stuff, especially against people like Michigan State and Wisconsin and the people that don't press. We don't press either. So like now when they get to it, you got to be prepared for those late game stuff. And so we did 3 different things and our guys executed it perfectly. And Mason did a great job of slipping that screen and coming to the basket.